Hi, I'm Dan and welcome to the Airbrush Garage. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. Today, I'm going to share with you my top 10 tools that I use with airbrushing. Now, I know there's a lot more than what I'm going to show you today, but this is just my short list. So with that, I'm going to have all of the products that we're using in today's video down in my affiliate links below. If you like this type of content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get future notifications. And with that, let's get started. All right, so number one of my favorite tools is my airbrush holder. This airbrush holder holds 4 airbrushes. Okay, I got this from Harbor Freight for about $10. This is a tabletop version. It does have suction cups on the bottom. I do like it. As you can see, it's pretty old. I've been using it now for 20 years. But, you know, just like everybody else, I want some new tools for my shop. So I'm going to get a 4 airbrush holder, which I'm going to pop in the link down below, one that clamps to the desktop. I really like that one a little bit better just because of the fact it can't be knocked off the table. But I really do like that. So number 1 tool, airbrush holder. Number 2 tool is tape. This is transfer tape. I like to keep rolls of this around in 12-inch, 6-inch, 3-inch, and even 1 to 2-inch, for just so I can cover most applications that I'm doing. Transfer tape is like a medium tack tape. It's used for transferring vinyl letters or vinyl, but it works great for your airbrush work or your artwork. It's not very tacky. It doesn't peel your paint up off your artwork, so it's not like a high-tack tape. It lays nice and flat, and you don't get any bleed through on the edges. So very important tape to have in my shop. I use other tapes, like fine line tape, but we're not going to go over that today. So number 2, my tapes. Number 3, paper towels. Use a lot of them. I use them from everything to cleaning my cup out, in between, color changes, to cleaning my airbrush, to everything. So paper towels is just a necessity to have around. You don't think of it as a tool, but it really is because anybody airbrushes uses lots of them. Number 4. I use a solution of Windex and isopropyl alcohol. Usually I try to go about, maybe a little bit more than half with the Windex and the rest, the isopropyl alcohol, shake it up real good. And what I use this for is just to clean out my airbrush in between color changes. So what I'll do is I'll dump my paint out, get my paper towel, right? Clean that out a little bit, and then I take this solution, I spray it in over a garbage can usually that has a lot of paper towels in it. I spray it in there and rinse out my cup with a nice, gives you a nice little blast, like a little pressure washer. Sprays out my cup, and then I'll finish back off with my paper towels. I'll run a little bit of reducer back through there, and my gun is clean. So again, very important to me. Use it every time for 20 years, every day that I airbrush. Number 5. I like these little, I call them shot glasses, but they're paint shot glasses because they have, ounces on them. So I use it not only for mixing paint, but more so a lot of times, almost every time I'm painting, I'll fill this up with some of my reducer, and I'll get myself just an ordinary paintbrush, and I'll use that to dip in and clean off the tip of my brush. Now, I mostly clean off the tip of my brush with my fingers for my tip dry, but every now and then I like to give it a nice little wash up front and just really clean off the tip of that gun. It really starts, giving it a really nice spray again. Number 6, a variety of shields. Everything from the big shields to circles. I just like a lot of different shields. There's a difference between templates and shields. These are not templates, these are shields. I have a video on that. I'll pop a link for it down below. But like in this case, I have 3 shields that are just all big shields. Everything from a large to a medium to a very small one. But again, shields, shields, shields. Just can't have enough of them. Love them. Very important for your artwork. Number 7, scratching tools. If you're going to do any kind of artwork where, or airbrushing where you're going to want to do hair or fur, dogs, cats, people, hair, human hair, you're going to want some scratching tools. You can use everything from an X-Acto blade to these fiberglass scratching tools. I didn't discover these until probably the past year. I used to use just nothing but X-Acto knives and erasers, but I really found that I really do love these fiberglass scratching tools. So very integral part of my toolbox. Number 8 is going to be mixing sticks. As I said in one of my videos before, chopsticks. Get them every time I go to the restaurant. I like the one side has a flat paddle and the other side is a little bit more narrow. But I like to mix right in my cup. Now I know a lot of people will take their color cap, and I used to do it too, stick my finger over the hole and shake it up like this. I used to do that, but it gets really messy. And then, I can't stand the paint on my cap because I'm just a OCD person like that, so I got to clean off my cap and I got to dry it off. So I stopped doing that. So I put my paint in there, put my reducer, I get this, I mix it up, put my fingers over the hole, give it a little bit of backwash, good to go. So chopsticks, use them all the time for mixing the paint right in my cup. Number 9, rubber gloves. Now, I use rubber gloves whenever I am actually doing a lot of, paintings, because I like to have my hands or, laying right up against to brace myself sometimes on my artwork. You don't want to do it without gloves because you will leave oil from your hands on your artwork, and you definitely don't want that. Now, the little trick that I do with my gloves that I'm not sure if you ever seen before or anybody else does, but I don't like the way that feels on the trigger, a rubber glove. So, and I also like to use these 2 fingers to clean off my tip dry. So what I do is I pull my glove out like that, lay it down there, be careful, don't cut your finger. I cut the tips of my first finger and my thumb out. I do the same on both hands. So now, when I got my gun, I'm protected when I'm leaning up against my artwork. I'll put my finger out there to brace, but I like the feel of my gun, okay? And I like the feel of the trigger. So as you can see, I'm here, and if I have tip dry, because I like to, take the tip dry off with my fingers, I'm not using my rubber gloves, I can feel what I'm doing. So I do this with every pair of gloves that I have. And one of my favorite tools in my shop is my portable easel. Comes up, you can lock it in where you'd like. Really cool easel. What I really like about this easel is not only is it functional for that, but it has this really cool slide out drawer here. I'm going to tilt this up a little bit so you can see it. And it's just a great compartment to keep all of your tools. I mean, you can keep everything from, all of your, you just name it, whatever tools you got, you can, put in there. It's so handy. So I really do like this easel. It was one of the best purchases I made. If you got a little desktop, if you have a little desktop setup, you can lock it. It is totally, like I said, I just love it because I can just take this anywhere I want to go. And when I'm not using it on my desk, I just fold it down and set it off to the side. In the past, I've built some really big easels that got in my way. This thing here is just so convenient. Can't say enough about it. Just a great tool to have in your shop. Look how easy that is. And then you can just pick it up and store it away when you're not using it. Well, there you go. My top 10. I know there's a whole lot more tools out there that you all use, but I just wanted to share with you the tools that I most use on a daily basis doing a project. So again, if you like this content, hit that subscribe button, leave some comments. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Check out all the links below for all of these products in this video. Hit that bell so you get future notifications. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.